All right, guys, so the first thing you're gonna do today for your tie-dye flowers, after you have your nice little flower cut out, or you bring that back to your table, you're gonna write your name on the back and table number, and then flip it over. All right, so this is the fun part. This is your water where you're sharing with your partner, and then here is all the beautiful colors of tissue paper. So what you're gonna do with that tissue paper is you're gonna kind of crinkle it up a little bit, but not too much, about like this. And then you're gonna place it on your flower, just like I have here. And you get it to stick down with the water. Now, once I have it sticking down with the water, I wanna take my hands off because I don't wanna get the tissue paper on my hands when it's wet. Just gonna dab it. Kind of brush it. Cool. And you will start to see that some of the color is coming off. Do you see? Oh, it's kind of drippy. So we want to make sure that we don't use too much water. And when we put our other colors on there, we're going to do our overlapping. So I'm going to pick some green. And now I'm going to place it on there. And oh, I already have enough water, so I'm not even going to put my brush in here because I don't want to use too much water. I'm going to get that green to stick down with the water I already have. Now maybe I try out some purple. Cool. Again, I get it to stick down. Now I'm gonna keep doing this until my whole flower is covered, okay? Now, as you're working on this, I'm gonna be walking around and watching you. So these are the things that I'm looking for. One, you're not using too much water. If you use too much water, you're gonna get a big hole in your paper and it's not gonna work, okay? So another thing that I'm looking for is that you're not touching your hands, at least on purpose, on top of the wet tissue paper. Because again, we don't want to get our hands messy. In case you do get your hands messy, you should know this. It's going to take a while for this color to come off. It's not going to wash off in the sink, okay? And it's not going to wash off just by wiping it. So that's why I want you to be careful. If I see you doing those things, one, using too much water, or two, putting your hands on the tissue paper on purpose, then I'm gonna take your flower away. I'll give you a new flower to make, but you're gonna have to use crayons or colored pencils instead. Now, when you're done, and I'll be putting these back in your teacher's box to hand back to you. But when you're done, you're gonna fill up your whole paper and put it over on the drying rack. And then come see me for a cleanup job. Here is what it looks like. Ta-da! A tie-dye flower, so cool. Nice, pretty colors that are all mixing together to make kind of a cool rainbow effect.